Few names strike fear across the galaxy like General Grievous, a Jedi killer with a past shrouded in tragedy. Known as the feared leader of the Separatist Droid Army during the Clone Wars, Grievous's name is synonymous with terror. But did you know that this infamous cyborg wasn't always a machine of destruction? Today we'll dive into the full life story of General Grievous, from his origins as a Kaleesh warlord to his rise as one of the galaxy's most infamous villains. Before becoming the mechanical terror we know today, General Grievous was Qymaen Sheelal, a Kaleesh warrior born on the outer rim planet of Kaleesh. The Kaleesh were a proud and warlike people who often clashed with neighboring species. Qymaen was born into a time of strife, as his homeworld was embroiled in a brutal war against the Yamri, an insectoid species from the planet Huk. The Yamri were ruthless invaders who enslaved populations, plundered resources, and devastated Kaleesh's people. From an early age, Qymaen displayed a natural talent for warfare. By the age of 8, he had already mastered the use of weapons such as the slug thrower rifle and served as a sniper in the war against the Yamri. His skill on the battlefield was unmatched, and he quickly rose through the ranks, earning a reputation as a fearless and strategic leader. As a warlord, Qymaen adopted the traditional war mask of the Kaleesh, crafted from the skull of a mumu, one of Kaleesh's most dangerous predators. This mask, along with his blood-red war paint, became a symbol of fear among his enemies. Under his leadership, the Kaleesh achieved significant victories against the Yamri, driving them back and reclaiming much of their territory. Despite their victories, the war took a devastating toll on Kaleesh. The Yamri, unable to defeat the Kaleesh on the battlefield, appealed to the Galactic Republic for assistance. The Republic, siding with the Yamri, imposed severe sanctions on Kaleesh, crippling its economy and plunging its people into famine. Thousands of Kaleesh died from starvation, and Qymaen's hatred for the Republic and the Jedi who enforced these sanctions grew even deeper. Desperate to save his people, Qymaen turned to the Banking Clan for support. He became an enforcer for the clan, leading their droid armies in exchange for financial aid. However, this partnership came with sacrifices. He was forbidden from using his elite Kaleesh warriors, the Izvoshra, and was forced to rely on droid soldiers, which he despised. It was during his time with the Banking Clan that Qymaen caught the attention of Count Dooku, also known as Darth Tyrannus, and his Sith master, Darth Sidious. The Sith saw potential in the Kaleesh warlord and manipulated him into becoming a pawn in their grand plan. Qymaen's transformation into General Grievous began when his shuttle was sabotaged, causing a catastrophic crash that left him on the brink of death. While official accounts claim the crash was the result of an enemy attack, it was in fact orchestrated by Count Dooku to ensure Qymaen's dependence on the Sith. Heavily injured, Qymaen was taken back to Geonosis, where he underwent extensive cybernetic reconstruction. His shattered body was replaced with mechanical parts, turning him into a cyborg with enhanced strength, speed, and reflexes. While these enhancements made him a nearly unstoppable warrior, they came at a cost. Qymaen's sense of self was entirely stripped away, leaving him as little more than a tool for the Sith. Dooku recognized that Grievous needed training to channel his anger and newfound physical power into something even deadlier, a Jedi-killing machine. Dooku personally oversaw Grievous's combat training, refining his skills with the lightsaber and teaching him to exploit the weaknesses of the Jedi. As a non-force sensitive being, Grievous couldn't rely on the mystical powers of the Sith or Jedi. Instead, Dooku emphasized precision, brutality, and intimidation. He introduced Grievous to a fighting style that combined Kaleesh warrior techniques with the unorthodox use of lightsabers, capitalizing on his cybernetic enhancements. Under Dooku's tutelage, Grievous became proficient in the use of multiple lightsabers simultaneously, utilizing his 4 mechanical arms to devastating effect. He mastered the art of Juyo, an aggressive lightsaber form focused on relentless offense and incorporated erratic, unpredictable movements to keep his Jedi opponents off balance. Dooku also drilled into Grievous the psychological aspect of combat. Grievous learned to weaponize fear, using his imposing appearance and his gruesome collection of lightsabers, taken from the Jedi he had slain, to demoralize his enemies. His booming, rasping voice and menacing presence were just as effective as his physical prowess. Though Dooku presented himself as a mentor, his true intentions were far more sinister. He manipulated Grievous's hatred for the Jedi, ensuring the cyborg would become a relentless instrument of destruction in the Separatist cause. Grievous, unaware of the larger Sith plot at play, saw Dooku as an ally in his quest for vengeance, never realizing he was merely a pawn in the Sith's grand design. Now known as General Grievous, the former Kaleesh warlord became the supreme martial commander of the Separatist Droid Army. His cybernetic body made him a fearsome opponent capable of defeating Jedi in close combat. Grievous's hatred for the Jedi fueled his actions during the Clone Wars. He led countless campaigns against the Republic, leaving destruction everywhere he went. Despite his loyalty to the Separatist cause, Grievous remained a pawn of the Sith, unaware of their ultimate plan to destroy both the Republic and the Separatists. One of Grievous's most infamous actions was the Battle of Hypori, where he earned his reputation as a Jedi killer. Leaving a devastating ambush, Grievous trapped a team of Jedi Knights, including Ki-Adi-Mundi, Aayla Secura, and Shaak Ti, within a wrecked Republic ship. With his superior combat skills and multiple lightsabers, Grievous overwhelmed the Jedi, slaughtering several and leaving the survivors gravely injured. This battle cemented his legend and struck fear into the hearts of Jedi across the galaxy. Grievous was also a master of psychological warfare. At the Battle of Qymaen, he targeted the Republic's cloning facilities, aiming to cripple their ability to produce soldiers. Although the Republic ultimately defended Qymaen, Grievous's assault inflicted significant damage and demonstrated his ability to strike at the heart of the Republic's war machine. Grievous also played a pivotal role in the Outer Rim sieges, a campaign of attrition designed to stretch the Republic's forces thin. He orchestrated coordinated strikes on key systems like Felucia, Megiddo, and Seleucami, leaving a trail of devastation in his wake. Each victory brought the Separatists closer to breaking the Republic's defenses. Perhaps his most notorious act during the war was the abduction of Supreme Chancellor Palpatine during the Battle of Coruscant. Under orders from Count Dooku, Grievous led a daring assault on the capital, breaching its defenses and capturing Palpatine. This move set the stage for Anakin Skywalker's confrontation with Dooku, furthering the Sith's grand plan to destabilize the galaxy. Grievous's reign of terror was not without its flaws, though. His overconfidence and disdain for non-cybernetic soldiers often led to miscalculations. While he could outmatch Jedi in combat, his inability to inspire loyalty among organic allies left the Separatist cause vulnerable to internal fractures. Despite these shortcomings, General Grievous's campaigns during the Clone Wars were a testament to his tactical genius and unrelenting pursuit of vengeance. His presence on the battlefield was a harbinger of doom for any Republic forces. General Grievous's reign of terror came to an end during the final days of the Clone Wars. On the planet Utapau, he faced Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi in a fierce battle. Despite his formidable combat abilities, Grievous was ultimately defeated when Kenobi destroyed his exposed heart with a blaster. Though his death marked the end of his personal vendetta, General Grievous's legacy lived on. He remains a symbol of the horrors of war and the destructive power of hatred. And that's the full life story of General Grievous. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Star Wars lore, be sure to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments which character you'd like me to cover next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.